Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Germany, round 5 of the European 125 Championship presented by FMF Racing. My name is Paul Malin, and we are at the Tellkassel circuit here in Teushenthal. Already starting to creep up above the 20-degree mark and expected to get hotter as the day goes on. Freshly groomed track after all of the action yesterday. It's been ripped, it's been watered. The 125 riders have been out on their sighting lap, so they know exactly what they're about to face coming into this second race here in just a few moments' time. 25 minutes plus 2 laps, as always, just under 1,600 meters long. And yesterday's action was pretty decent. Well, I say decent. Mattia Guadagnini took the lead early on and disappeared, but Tom Guyon, had he not crashed on the opening lap with when he ran into the back of Mattia Guadagnini, and had to work his way from about 6th or 7th when he picked himself up, setting fast lap after fast lap. In the end, that gap came down to about 2 seconds, so Tom Guyon, if he gets a good start, might be a real spoiler here in this second race. And he could be chasing the overall as well. Tom Guyon was quickest in his Group 2 practice, time practice yesterday. Guadagnini was first in Group 1, so it's Guyon for VRT KTM, who will go to the line ahead of the Maddie race in Husqvarna. Then we have Oriol Oliver and Simon Langenfelder, Florian Mio, Kader Wolf, Rafael Giuzio, and the rest. Camden McClellan getting a good time in 10th place, the South African. Magnus Smith getting points in the board yesterday in race 1. Talk about that in just a few moments. But this is how the riders will go to the line. Now, in race 1 yesterday, it was Mattia Guadagnini who did come home victorious from the number 27 of Tom Guyon. Mike Guerda was 3rd. Simon Langenfelder was 4th, the German, hoping to get on the podium at his home round here this weekend. Best position of the season for Florian Mio as well. He came home in 5th place. There is your winner from race 1. And then, of course, Mattia Guadagnini. Oriol Oliver came home 6th. Andrea Bonacorsi was 7th. Jorgen Matthias Talvico 8th. David Braceras Martinez was 9th. And Liam Everts 10th. Eugenio Barbalia, first time qualifying in the 125 European Championship. First time even attempting. Came home in 11th place under the watchful eye of the Maddie Racing Husqvarna crew, but been sort of working with a guy from Dubai, a guy by the name of Sean Gauguin, who used to be in Tyler Race Corner many moons ago. Been working with him for about 4 years. And so great to see him getting an opportunity to ride in the 125 European Championship and coming out with a 11th place in race 1 at the first attempt. There is Simon Langenfelder from WZ Racing KTM, 4th in race 1 yesterday. Can he get on the podium at his home round? Got 2nd overall in Lombardia, don't forget. Mike Guerda from Kini KTM Juniors. 3rd overall in France at the previous round. And there's Florian Mio, the Yamaha Europe MJC rider. Best result for him yesterday. I think we're all ready to go. Green flag at the back. The last rider pulls himself into the position there. That's one of the reserves, actually, Marnie Lagrue of Belgium. So we obviously had somebody not making the grid or going out yesterday in one of the races. But here we go, 25 minutes plus 2 laps. The Fly Racing 15-second board is about to turn to 5. The heads go down. The 2 main protagonists there, 27 and 101, in the inside gates. And it's Guyon who gets the better of Guadagnini, but Simon Langenfelder, I think, getting the whole shot at his home round. Look how heavily ripped that first turn is. Kader Wolf in 2nd position. He did not score points yesterday. The Rockstar Energy Husqvarna rider, number 14, had a bit of a up and down ride. Crashed from 10th down to 23rd, and then eventually came home in 28th. So, where's he going? But already, Langenfelder, well, he's been pushed back to 2nd here as Kader Wolf goes through. Guyon is in 3rd. Talvico in that blue A1M Husqvarna strip is in 4th place. As we drop down towards the finish line for the first time here, we'll get everybody on the board. And a little bit front end high there for Kader Wolf, but it's he who leads Langenfelder. Guyon set what he was, looking to go up into 2nd there with a move on Langenfelder. The guy in blue is Talvico. Mike Guerda is 5th. Another good start for him. Everts, much better place this time around in 6th place. Florian Mio, 7. Alessandro Facca is 8. Hakan Osterhagen is 9, and Camden McClellan in 10th place. Eddie Wade is next. Then we've got Bonacorsi, Oriol Oliver, Guadagnini in 14th place, Saad Suleimani, Kato Nikel, Joel Ritzi, and then Rafael Giusio, Matthias Vesterinen, and Magnus Smith. Barbalia down in 27th place. Guy got 11th in race 1 yesterday. Dad used to race in the Italian Championships in the days of Corrado Maddi, so maybe that's where the connection has come from as well, to get him onto that Maddi race in Husqvarna. But here is Guadagnini, 101 in red, around the outside, coming into race 2, holds a 30-point lead over Tom Guyon, but Guyon looking to move up. He's there in 3rd place, but the rest of the pack that Guadagnini not used to dealing with, making it difficult for the championship leader on the early lap here. There he goes by 2 riders immediately. So he is starting to make progress. Is Guadagnini now up into 12th. 29, Alessandro Facca alongside him, but he gets dragged up the hill there by the Maddi Racing Husqvarna here in red. Yeah, not ripped as deeply through there, so maybe those ruts won't get as deep as they were yesterday. See, water runs downhill, collects at the bottom, bit of a slop fest down there, but that will dry out. Temperatures expected to reach 30 degrees today here in East Germany. Guadagnini, with 22 minutes to go, he knows he has time on his side. He arrived here at the start of the race yesterday, 27 points clear of the number 27 of Tom Guyon. Over the line we go, though, and McClellan just in front of Guadagnini. So the 4:22, the South African, who was FIM Junior European Champion last year when we went to Loket in the Czech Republic. Not had the best season so far in the 125 division on his KTM Cossack race. It's not always an easy step to make. Some people take to it straight away. But Camden McClellan, who scored at 2 rounds so far, the first round and the last round that we've had, no scores at Trentino or Mantova. At Lombardia, back end getting a little bit loose there on Langenfelder, as he comes into land on that WZ Racing KTM. But it's De Wolf who leads by 2 seconds on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Langenfelder second. Here is Tom Guyon in 3rd, the VRT KTM rider. He is going to take the overall if he stays where he is by 2 points over Langenfelder, and Mike Guerda will be on the box, tied with Guadagnini. But Guadagnini, you feel, has still got plenty of time on his side to break inside the top 10, maybe even the top 5, just to reduce the gap a little bit. 21 points the gap would be down to if it stayed like this. Guadagnini would be on 221 and Tom Guyon would be on 200. Taviku, incidentally, has moved back up into 3rd now. He started the day today in 4th, just 3 points behind Oriol Oliver, who'd moved up to 3rd at Kai de Wolf's expense. Kai de Wolf dropping down to 6th, having not scored in race 1 yesterday, but he is your race leader now. He will move back up into 5th place, but still plenty of time for things to change here in EMX 125 race 2. Of course, this European 125 Championship presented by FMF Racing. So De Wolf now 2.1 seconds clear. A bit of a bounce there for Mike Guerda. There's Mio on the Yamaha. Then Everts. First time we've seen the number 72 today, or all weekend actually. Joel Ritzi, RFX KTM. So Kai de Wolf continues to lead. Here's Mio. Florian Mio. He's in 6. Everett 7. The 101 of Guadagnini at 8. The guy with the light blue top at the top of the hill. But Camden McClellan is now down to 9th place. Down to 10th, sorry. Guadagnini onto the rear wheel at the number 72, and there are another 3 guys ahead of him around the corner, starting with Talvico in 4th place. So he's getting himself right to where he needs to be. He's the championship leader. Talvico, though, finding his way past Mike Guerda. Guerda looking to challenge and goes back past and then makes a mistake. So Mike Guerda, the 696 on the Kinney KTM junior team. Third in race 1 yesterday. Guerda still going after Talvico here. So the A1M Husqvarna, the rider in light blue. The Kinney KTM junior rider just behind him. Then the Yamaha MGC Europe rider, Florian Mio. Then Everts and Guadagnini on the Maddie Racing Husqvarna. Håkan Osterhagen is next on the Kramer Racing KTM. Saw him walk through the paddock on, well, he was doing a track walk actually on Friday. And the kid looks like he's about 8 years old, riding one of these 125s. He's tiny as well, number 12, Osterhagen from Norway. Good to see him up there inside the top 10. Right, Tom Guyon still there in 3rd. He's about 4 seconds down. He put his fastest lap in last time around, a 59.9, but the fastest lap was Kai de Wolf, 158.8 on the 2nd lap. He's got about 6 seconds, 7 seconds over Guyon at the moment. That's the gap between 1st and 3rd. This battle for 4th place starting to bunch up now. Talvico goes to the inside. Mike Guerda, the Swiss rider, goes to the outside. Hopes to run it up the inside into this tight left, though, but not enough room to go through as Guadagnini goes through on Everts. So Guadagnini then now up into 7th place. Talvico still doing his best to hang on to 4th. Way backhand, a little bit greasy on takeoff there. There's Mio, just off the back of these two. He's in 6th position. Pretty soon he's going to get caught by Matteo Guadagnini, as these guys work their way down towards turn 3 at 90-degree right, short, sharp, steep exit onto this plateau. Takes the riders back across the start straight, 45 degrees. See the start straight across to the left, the waiting zone look. Mistake there from Guerda, and Guadagnini down with Mio. I wonder if there was a gap there that Guadagnini thought was possible, and the two have come together, and it looks like he's got a bent gear shift as well. He's struggling with that gear lever on the left-hand side. Guadagnini decides not to come into pit lane, though. Wow, so he has lost at least 3 or 4 positions because the 3:12 of Oriol Oliveira has gone by. So Kai de Wolf leads Langenfelder, Guyon 3rd, Talvico is 4th, 5 is Guerda, 6 Everts, Osterhagen now 7, back at 8, Mio 9, Oliveira 10, Guadagnini back down to 11th place, just behind these guys. Alessandro Facca on the step up over in the corner, number 29. On the Marchetti Racing KTM, and he goes down. It looked like he came up short. Just got pitched from right to left, came up a little bit short there, and Facca goes down. Guyon still in 3rd. Of course, he's 2nd in the championship. Oriol Oliveira, the RFME rider in the red and yellow from Spain. Coming under attack. Obviously sorted his gear lever out. Probably just got a load of mud wrapped between the gear peg, the footrest and the gear lever. Guadagnini, as he picked himself up, maybe. But the RFME MX Junior KTM rider, the middle rider in shot there, going after Florian Mio. Mio and Guadagnini here in red obviously had some kind of altercation at the bottom of this hill here just a lap ago, whilst they were in 6th and 7th place. Liam Everts now in 6th, incidentally, as a result of that. Front number plate. Looked like it was a little bit loose on that Yamaha, is it? Yeah. And I think Guadagnini's gone into pit lane, you know. Let's have a look. He should be just behind these guys. Guadagnini, I think, has gone into pit lane, or he's just lost a lot of time. No, he's just lost a lot of time between the left and the right that lead down towards the finish line area. Oriol Oliver has found his way past Florian Mio. So we now have Kaider Wolf, Langenfelder 2nd, Guyon 3rd, Talviku 4, Guerda 5, Everett 6, Osterhagen 7. Oriol Oliver coming towards us now. He is in 8th place. 9th is the Yamaha of Florian Mio. In 10th is Mattia Guadagnini. Championship at 21 points. Still the gap, as it was a few laps before Guadagnini fell. So a 9-point gain for Tom Guyon in this race. He is now up to 2nd, though. He came over the line about 2.5 seconds behind Simon Langenfelder, so I think Langenfelder's made a mistake. Guyon has gone through into 2nd. Here's McClellan, the lead rider in shot, the 422. He is up to 11th now. He's just found his way past the rider from the Netherlands, Dave Kuijke. These guys all raced against each other last year in the 85cc Junior World Championship and the European Championship. McClellan there spends his time racing over here in Germany in the ADAC series as well. He's still adapting to this 125 category, but having the best ride of the year so far is the young South African. 37th in the championship chase before we came here. 16th and the 20th, the 2 times that he has scored. Second rider in shot here is Simon Langenfelder, WZ Racing. Quick pull of the tear-offs. Back into 2nd. Guyon just behind him. 99, just getting a little bit leggy there. That's Petr Radhuski, Czech Republic. There's Guyon, VRT KTM rider. Looking at picking up more points on the championship leader, but if he can get 2 more from the guy ahead of him, then he will do. But Guyon still leads the overall classification with a 2nd yesterday and what would be a 3rd here. Langenfelder would be on the podium at his home round. He's currently 2nd in the race. He'll be 2nd overall. Mike Guerda, who is 5th in the race, would be 3rd overall, with Guadagnini and Alessandro Facca down again just before where he fell last time. So Facca, who was about 6th position and then dropped down the order to 14th, is now falling out of the points here. Guyon getting ready to click off lap number 7. Wind, is it as bad as it was yesterday? I know as the day went on yesterday, the wind started to pick up, made the finish line jump a little bit precarious. Yeah, this is where Facca fell a moment ago. And then previously over this one. So De Wolf leads 4.5 seconds over Langenfelder. Guyon is 3rd, 4th Talviku, 5th Guerda, 6th Everts, Osterhagen is 7th, 8th is Oriol Oliver, 9 Florian Mio, 10 Mattia Guadagnini here in red. Still leads the championship, but he will not be on the podium unless he finds his way past 2 more riders. Or just 1 more rider, actually, because he's tied with Guerda at the moment. The state of Florian Mio's battle-scarred Yamaha obviously had that collision or whatever it was at the bottom of the hill with Guadagnini. Maybe he fell and Guadagnini had nowhere to go, who knows? But front number plate swinging from the left-hand side of the handlebar on that MJC Europe Yamaha. But Guadagnini finally gets through. That'll get him on the podium. Third overall. Tough race this for the championship leader. That puts the championship lead back out to 22 points. So Guadagnini now 9, Florian Mio just behind him here in 10, Camden McClellan in 11. He's got 5 seconds over Kai Karsmakers. Dave Koiker is 13, Mako Vetic 14, Adam Kovacs, Suf Seller, Joel Ritzy 17, Max Paulsen, Federico Tuani and Arthur Vial. Eugenio Barbaglia is now in 21st place, but how far behind is he? Well, there was nothing in it, I think, as he came over the line between him and Arthur Vial, so maybe he can sneak into the points. That'll be all right, won't it? Double scoring moto on his debut. Back end getting a little bit loose there on Oriol Oliveres. Or for me, MX Junior KTM, as he gets caught now by the 101 Matteo Guadagnini. Took a few laps to get back past Florian Mio, but wasting no time getting onto the rear wheel of the young Spaniard. Just outside of, in fact, Eugenio Barbaglia has gone into 19th now. Because I think we have I think we lost Max Paulsen, actually. Do that as they come over the line this time around, but Kai de Wolf now 4 seconds clear. Kai de Wolf yet to win a race in EMX 125. Getting squeezed there by a back marker at the top of the hill. So the number 44 just leaning on the race leader there, Saad Suleimani, VRT KTM teammates, Tom Guyon actually. The race leader here, the third rider in shot in the light blue and white, going to the inside, middle rider in shot now. Came up short there as he deals with traffic. Carves himself a new line. There's Langenfelder. So Langenfelder, 2 riders behind over on the left side, and that fluorescent orange KTM. So the gap is not 4.1 seconds anymore. And with 6 seconds plus 6 minutes plus 2 laps to go, he wishes it was 6 seconds plus 2 laps to go. Kai de Wolf now going to be coming under attack here. Again, a slight bobble there. Catches rubber on rubber. So the gap now is going to be down to not 4 seconds anymore, 1.9. Here's Langenfelder around the outside, the 5.16. So the WZ Racing KTM rider closing in on Kai de Wolf, and Kai de Wolf taking dry lines around the outside, but 100 meters further around that corner than it is to go inside, like Simon Langenfelder. Still struggling with back markers, can't get the distance over the tabletop, bounces as a result. Yeah, long nervous look over the shoulder for Kai de Wolf as he hits that little offset. And Kai de Wolf almost down there as well. Lost the front, had to hang off the side of that bike, put a leg down just to steady himself, and Kai de Wolf here in his turn. Langenfelder trying to go around the back marker. Saad Suleimani. This is first and second all of a sudden. So 5 minutes plus 2 to go. Kai de Wolf on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna can't afford to make any slip-ups here. He had a 4-second lead a lap ago. And there's Langenfelder. Can he win a race and take the overall? Because that's what happened. It would give him the 3 extra points. Currently, Tom Guyon on 42, Langenfelder on 40. The difference between first and second, 25 points, 22 points. So he would leapfrog Tom Guyon, take his first race and overall victory of the season. The guy here, Simon Langenfelder. They've got about 8 or 9 seconds over Tom Guyon as this race draws to a close. 4 minutes plus 2 to go. EMX 125 presented by FMF Racing. Kai de Wolf in amongst the back markers again. Finds his way past though. Nothing in it between first and second. It was 1.4 as they came over the line, but as you can see now, it's less than that as they hit the sloppy sand section. Kai de Wolf struggling with the back markers here, is looking a little bit indecisive. This is playing into the hands of Langenfelder. Nothing in it at all. 47 there, Sufsella on the KTM Rocket Juniors machine. Oh, and he parks it. Kai de Wolf, your race leader, just tips over. He made a mistake there a lap ago. Now he's got to get the kickstart out. Tom Guyon will go around the outside and does so, drops him down to third. Watch this. Sometimes it's easier just to, well, this is Guadagnini making another mistake as well as he tries to go around the outside of Oriol Oliver as they fight over 8th place. This is Kai de Wolf's mistake. Made that mistake a lap ago. Managed to save it, but this time he doesn't. Sometimes they don't start whilst in gear. See, look, he's still trying to pull the clutch in and start it. Stick it in neutral. So Kai de Wolf then is going to be out of the top positions here. Down for a very long time as he tipped over. Let's drop it back into neutral, get it fired up. Because what happens is sometimes because you're on the clutch, which these guys are, just like every corner, eventually he gets himself up, but just get that little bit of play in the clutch when you start trying to start it. Wants to try and creep forward a little bit, so you're never going to get it fired up. Eventually, though, he figured it out. Langenfelder is a new race leader. But because Guyon has now moved into second, he will still take the overall by a point from Langenfelder. So he'll get the race win if he keeps it on 2 wheels. He'll get his podium. Langenfelder is second of the year. And it will be a second place as well, like it was in Lombardia. He's got 7 seconds over Tom Guyon. Kai de Wolf picked himself up, but where is he? Is he going to be inside the top 8? That's going to be a costly mistake for him in terms of points, because he was back up to 5th, but he's going to be out of the top 5 in the championship chase. Waiting for him to come over the line. He might be 8th actually, but doubt it. No, Everts goes through. So Everts goes through in 5th place behind Mike Guerda. Here's Guadagnini. It's going to be 3 laps to go because he is a long way down on, and he's stuck in gear. He's got issues. He's got gear lever issues. I think that's to do with that gear lever that he had. He might have just suddenly got jammed in gear. He might not even finish on the podium, Guadagnini, and he won't. Yeah, stuck in gear. You can hear him just revving the nuts off it. There's Kai de Wolf. No, just saw the flash of blue. The 33, actually. Kai Karsmakers, so the KTM Diga junior rider. Guadagnini, well, he's going to have to dig deep here and ride this out for the last 3 laps. Sounds like he's either stuck in 1st or 2nd gear. So Karsmakers then up into 11th. So it looks like we've got now Langenfelder leading, Guyon 2nd, Talvico is 3rd, Guerda 4th, Everts 5, Oliver 6th, 7th Kai de Wolf, Osterhagen 8th, Florian Mio 9, and Camden McClellan 10. Kai Karsmakers 11. Guadagnini at the moment is in 12th place. That will give him 9 points. But Langenfelder will finish on 22 points for 2nd. Gap's coming down. It was 30 at the start of the race, going to move down to 17 if it stays like this, but Guadagnini might find himself coming under attack. Well, he will, from Majko Vetic, Dave Kuiker, possibly Joel Ritzy. That'll push him down to 15. because they're not too far behind. Ah, man down. So the 2:23 just losing the front end there. Andrea Bonacorsi. Little tip over for the Celestini Racing rider just at the top of the hill there. Here's Guyon. He's in second. You can hear the noise for the German fans as Langenfelder goes already onto that plateau out of the corner of the screen there. But it's not going to be good enough for an overall win. That will go to Guyon, who was victorious in France last time out. Back-to-back wins then it will be for the 27 in the overalls. He'll close down the gap as well, but the question right now is how many points will he trail Guadagnini by as we head into the penultimate round at Lommel in Belgium in August. Because Guadagnini clearly struggling. He's down to 12th at the moment, stuck in gear, first or second. I'll put it this way, if Guadagnini doesn't score points, the gap will be down to 8. Because it was 30 coming into race 2. Guyon was 20, we'll pick up 22 points here. Two-lap board is out for Langenfelder. He's already over the line, but that gap is coming down as well, 2 seconds. So we might even see, there is Langenfelder just around the corner dealing with back markers. Guyon is going for the win here. He wants the race win, 3 extra points. Is that Eugenio Barber? Let's have a look. No. Marnik Legru, I don't think it was him either. The Federico Tuani, actually, the other Maddie Racing rider, getting lapped there. So 17th place for him. First and second, right here. The last 2 riders in this shot, 5:16 and the 27. This is the battle for the lead. We're on the final lap. Can Langenfelder hold on? At least to take the win in front of his home fans. Put himself under pressure. Held a nice 7-second advantage over Guyon. Guyon is going for it here, though. He goes to the outside. Oh, and he makes the pass on the final lap. A drag race towards Monster Energy Mountain. Back markers on the horizon as well. And Guyon is going to pull it down here to the inside. He hits the back marker and Guyon tries to run him wide and makes the pass. 3 corners from home. But he's not done yet. He's got to deal with the back marker at the bottom of the hill. Tom Guyon timing his run to absolute perfection. The Frenchman is going to nick another 3 points. He's going to take a race win here to add to the 3 that he already has this year. He was a double race winner in France last time out. And on the final lap with about 3 or 4 corners to go, the VRT KTM rider, Tom Guyon, takes the win. He'll see Guadagnini just ahead of him and wonder what happened there. Guadagnini will limp home in 13th place and almost a lap down to the eventual winner, Tom Guyon. So Guyon wins it by 1.8 seconds over Simon Langenfelder. Mike Guerda comes home, or here he is, coming home in 3rd. And then we have Jürgen Mattia Talviku in 4th. Liam Everts, the best ride in EMX 125 championship for him, because he will come home in 5th. That betters the 2 7th places that he's already had this year in moto finishes. Kai de Wolf will finish in 7th place, just behind Oriol Oliver, but that might change because there was nothing in it between those 2. Anyway, here's Mike Guerda. He comes over the line 3rd. That will get him on the podium as well. So Guyon, Langenfelder, Guerda, how it finishes in the race. Guyon, Langenfelder and Guerda is how it finishes overall as well. So the 27, the 516 and the 696, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Good to see Langenfelder and Guyon just talking here. Probably saying, what happened to Guadagnini? Yeah, you guys get going. We need to talk to you guys. 696 is the next guy. Mike Guerda. So we've got Guyon, we've got Langenfelder, the 27 and the 5.16. We need the 6.96 of Mike Guerda, because he is going to finish third overall. Same points as Langenfelder. Then we have Guadagnini fourth overall on 33 points. It's going to be down to 13 as we head to race 1, Belgium, in August. Kai de Wolf, he led. Where did he eventually come home? In 6th place. He did find his way past Oriol Oliver on the final lap. But he threw away a handsome lead. We will talk to Tom Guyon in just a moment. But Guyon, your overall winner here. Langenfelder coming home second. Third overall for Mike Guerda. Back-to-back podiums for Guerda as well then, of Switzerland. All of a sudden, that race came to a life, didn't it? Second, well, with about 2 or 3 laps to go. Anyway, here's Lisa Leyland with Tom Guyon.
Tom Guyon, congratulations. A perfectly timed race from you. Nice move on Langenfelder there on the final lap to get your 2nd overall victory.
Yeah, it's on some race. I took a good start, and yeah, the track was really muddy and difficult to pass. And yeah, I passed, and the final lap, it just awesome for me. Thanks to my whole team, Team VRT, KTM 3S, and the whole sponsor behind me. It's awesome.
Great job, thank you. Perfect.
Tom Guyon, first overall, wins the race on the final lap with about 3 or 4 corners to go. The VRT KTM rider of France has also closed down the gap at the top of the championship to 13 points to Mattia Guadagnini. The Italian picking up issues when he came together with Florian Mio at the bottom of one of the hills and eventually left him stuck in gear on his Matty Racing Husqvarna. But Tom Guyon, a winner by almost 2 seconds with a pass on the final lap. Classification then for EMX 125 Race 2 presented by FMF Racing. It was a win for Tom Guyon. Simon Langenfelder second, Mike Guerda third, Jürgen Matthias Talviku, Liam Everts, Kai de Wolf, Oriol Oliver and Florian Mio. Camden McClellan gets his best score of the finish and inside the top 10 as well with 9. Kai Karsmakers 10, Mako Vetic 11, Dave Kuiker 12, Guadagnini 13 ahead of Rizzi, Nielsen, Federico Tuani, Max Paulsen, Kevin Brumman, Andrea Bonacorsi and Arthur Vial. Overall, Tom Guyon taking 47 points. Langenfelder second, Guerda third. Back-to-back podiums for Mike Guerda this weekend. His best race finishes as well, by the way. 2 third-place finishes. So that gets him third overall. Second overall, Langenfelder with a 4th and a 2nd. Kai de Wolf, Tom Guyon taking a 2nd and a win today. And championship will look a little bit like this. Guadagnini on 2.18, 13 points now the gap between him and Guyon. Guerda is up to 3rd. He was 6th at the start of the weekend. Talviku up to 4th. Oliver drops place, and so too does Kai de Wolf. Florian Mio gains ground though. He moves up into 13th position despite a flapping front number plate after the collision with Mattia Guadagnini. And the Manufacturers' Championship looks like this. Husqvarna on top with 2.32. KTM second, 2.30. Yamaha on 76. Morning all, nothing like a quick beer before breakfast. Because motocross is for life. Remember that. Not just for Christmas. Podium this weekend then. Mike Guerda, 3rd overall, 2 third-place finishes, and the Kini KTM Junior Pro Team rider getting used to being up there all of a sudden. 3rd overall in France as well last time out. But a big cheer for Simon Langenfelder. He was 2nd overall in Lombardy. He gets 2nd overall again. He came so close to winning his first race in 125s, but he takes a 4th and a 2nd, and stands on the podium in front of his home fans. Tom Guyon, though, what a recovery for him. A crash yesterday in race 1, pulled his way through to 2nd. He gets a win in race 2 today. Stands on the top step of the podium for the 2nd time this year, and He has closed down the gap to Mattia Guadagnini. So his third career win now for Tom Guyon. Picked up one last year, didn't he, in Switzerland? But MSC Teushenthal always do a fantastic job putting on this race. Brigitte Snyder from the club handing out the third place trophy to the Swiss rider Mike Werder. Daniel Richter, also from MSC Teushenthal, handing the second place trophy to Simon Langenfelder. Tom Guyon will take his winner's trophy. And Markus Schiffer, former rider and a Motocross of Nations winner for Team Germany, of course, in the deep sand of Lommel, when everybody expected Belgium to win that one, possibly, or maybe even the Netherlands, but it went to Germany. And Elizabeth Schinhammer handing the team trophy there to the guys at the RT. But Mattia Guadagnini, you can see the disappointment on his face, but he does still lead the championship, but it's gone from 30 points to 13 as we head to the final two rounds. Lommel is up next, and then Uddevalla in Sweden, the final round. But for Tom Guyon, the national anthem, Marseillaise. Tom Guyon picks up the win here, round 5 of the European 125 Championship presented by FMF Racing at the Talkessel Circuit. Teushenthal, back-to-back wins now for the VRT KTM rider. Second overall was the WZ Racing KTM of Simon Langenfelder. Third for the KTM Kinney Junior rider Mike Werder. Back-to-back podiums for him. These two or three riders, we'll be talking to Auntie Susie in just a few moments' time. And but enjoy some of the best moments, though, from race 2.
Tom Guyon, congratulations. A late charge in that second race to get back-to-back victories for you, but more importantly, to close that championship point gap.
Yeah, it's good for the championship, and yeah, 2 solid races this weekend. Second in the first race because I'm down in the first lap, and I try to be back. And Mattia, yeah, good race, and yeah, second race I win. It just handsome for this weekend. I win overall, and yeah, thanks to my whole team KTM, and yeah, my KTM were just perfect to this weekend. Yeah, I'm really happy to this for the championship, and now focus for Lommel.
Congratulations, thank you. Second overall today, we have Simon Langenfelder. Simon, bittersweet. You've got a podium in front of your home fans, but you just couldn't quite get that race win.
Yeah, I was on position 1 till the last lap. I had the whole shot, then Kai de Wolf overtake me. He crashed, and later in the race, I was riding on the first position. It was a nice race. It was a bit muddy, but I'm happy to have second overall.
Congratulations, good job. Third overall today we have Mike Werder. Mike, 2 third-place finishes, best race result finishes for you to get a second podium of the year.
Yeah, second podium in a row. Yeah, it's really good. 2 times third place, and yeah, Second moto, bad start, and come back to third. It's really good, and I will say thank you to everyone, to my team, to my parents, my trainer Didi Lacher, and yeah, see you next round.
See you then. Thanks.
Mike Guerta, Kinney KTM Junior Pro Team, back on the podium this weekend, just like he was in France last time out. And Mike Guerta, who had a fourth and back-to-back fourth place finishes in France, goes better here this weekend with 2/3 for third overall. Simon Langenfelder just missing out on his first race win, but he does get on the podium in front of his home fans. And the WZ Racing KTM rider will be looking forward to Lommel, no doubt, especially if he's a sand rider. But Tom Guillon, the overall winner, back-to-back wins now for the VRT KTM rider. Didn't win a race, he went 1-1 in France last time out. Goes 2-1 here. Closes the gap down to Mattia Guadagnini to 13 points as we head to the penultimate round at Lommel in Belgium in August. Okay, local time now here is 10:27. We'll be back just under 1 hour's time, 11:25 for EMX 250, race 2. We'll see you then. Bye for now.